Hey, I'm Golden Boy, and this is another video coming at you. If you happen to enjoy it, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, hit the little bell so you can get notified when I make a new upload happen. But today we're going to talk about some of the things that are going on in the world of gaming that interest me the most. Firstly, before I go ahead, and I think it would be disingenuous to not mention this. Yesterday we lost an incredible individual, John Bain, also known as Total Biscuit. So I knew John. We were colleagues, acquaintances, friend with his wife, Jenna. And I mean, I've always admired the guy. I mean, this was one of the first people in esports that I saw that made that transition from content creator and casting so seamlessly, and he did such a great job with that. His commentary in StarCraft 2 was amazing. The guy was a charismatic personality, and it's unfortunate to see a lot of people trying to tear him down after his death. And I think honestly, like, anyone who had the opportunity to meet with this guy, to meet with Total Biscuit, they could just tell right away that everything he said, everything he did, the person that he was sincere. And I know that there are folks, again, who are really trying to talk about like some of the more, I guess, controversial things that he said in the past. And to that, I mean, listen, you can have your own opinions on the guy. I don't think that's anything wrong in particular. But I just feel like the way of which this is all happening, it's very insensitive, and it's very sad. It's very sad. There's a lot of hurt out there in the world, and a lot of people have a tendency to just project that hurt, project that pain. Even though we're trying to promote a message of peace, love, and positivity, it does feel like oftentimes we're just constantly projecting pain onto one another. So, those aren't the people that I'm addressing in this video. Who I'm addressing are the people like myself who have endless respect and love for what Total Biscuit did for esports, what Total Biscuit did for gaming, and also just the man himself. Just my endless respect for you, John. Jenna, if you happen to see this, I just want you to know that you guys are in my heart. You're in my mind, and I wish nothing but love for you in the future, love and positivity. But on that note, and in the respect of Total Biscuit, because I think he would hate it if we were all just endlessly talking about him, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move on with the show. All right, so there has been a lot of action, a lot of news going around with Fortnite. Fortnite is the hotness, okay? This is the biggest game in the world by a landslide. People are going nuts about Fortnite. This is like, it's insane. It's like Beatlemania. It's like, Spice Girls mania, Backstreet Boy mania, whatever mania, WrestleMania you want to say. This is it. It's crazy how big this game has become. And I remember seeing the first versions of this game when it came out and thinking to myself, holy crap, if Epic just get in front of this and optimize it and make it a better experience than H1Z1 or PUBG, I could see it really picking up. And it did. And here we are. Fortnite is one of the biggest games in the world. It has grown some of the largest content creators on YouTube and on Twitch and on Facebook. It is massive. Massive. People are making careers off of Fortnite. It doesn't matter what platform your content lives on. If you're out there making Fortnite content, there is a high probability that you're seeing a lot of successful people rise to the top. But you're also seeing a lot of celebrities enjoy the game as well, which again is something that we really haven't seen gaming wise since the likes of Call of Duty or World of Warcraft. We're starting to see this like real fandom for the game. Celebrities are getting involved, and now celebrities are playing with influencers. Most notably, you have the Ninja and Drake event, which was like a crazy moment in gaming history. I mean, freaking Drizzy, for Christ's sake. Like, can we talk about that? But now we're starting to see this kind of come together with the Fortnite ProAM, Epic decided, hey, we have a lot of people who like our game. We have a lot of celebrities who like our game. Let's combine these worlds together and do something insane and crazy. And by gone it, they've done the unthinkable. So just for context, the Fortnite ProAM is basically an event that's going to partner one influencer with one celebrity in a duos matchup. This is not connected to Fortnite's esports program, which they announced earlier on. This is actually this is like a completely separate event. The money is all going to charity, and I'm honestly expecting this to be the biggest and largest broadcast in the entire history of E3. And believe me, I've been involved in some crazy broadcasts, like, you know, kind of talking about Battlefield Hardline on top of a rooftop while helicopters surrounded me in the hot, sunny LA weather. Yeah, that was a crazy one. But yes, they're announcing now all the people that are starting to get involved. It's trickling little by little, and we just got our second wave of announcements today. So here you have it, the second announcement, and we got ourselves, so they said, here's the next group of Fortnite ProAM duos for Fortnite E3. On the left, we got Ali, Pete Wentz, Kevin LaShawn. We also got Janina Gavankar, aka the Shiva. The Shiva, you hear me? The Shiva. My God, I can't speak. One Shot Girl, Jack Falahy, Stone Mountain, Jordan Fisher. He won't have to deal with Snoop Dogg anymore. Jordan Fisher, looking forward to seeing him. And then you got my boy Dankness 429, still with the numbers in his name. But Dankness is partnering up with Marcus Scribner. And interestingly enough, I actually interviewed Marcus with Freddie Prinze Jr. at E3 last year, which is a little weird. But yes, I had the opportunity to meet him. Good kid, good kid. Then you have Willie Rex with Prince Royce. Nadeshot's going to be partnering with Tyrone Woodley. King Richard, big fan of his, with JT Brown. Burt Can with Ryan Cartwright. And then Orkun with Jordan Jones. So this is, you know, a pretty good announcement. I mean, honestly, Expert Thief with the Shiva. Really? Like, do I need to go any further than that? I mean, it's the Shiva. I already feel like that's a winnable combination, you know. And then Ali with Pete Wentz. I hope he wears the hat. You know, honestly, I don't know how it will work with a headset, but I hope he does. I hope he just brings the thunder. I'm excited for my boy Dankness, though. Darkness 429, and also what I'm excited for here is that, you know, we're seeing the Facebook guys get involved and get that love. Facebook's a massive platform. These are the two biggest content creators on Facebook, with Stone Mountain and Darkness 429, and I think it's just a testament to how much Facebook has grown as a gaming platform over the last couple of months. But they're not alone. They're actually going to be joined by the first group that was just announced, and, you know, we'll go over that one as well. And that group is as follows. You got Ninja with the DJ Marshmello, my boy Myth with Paul George, Pokimane with Designer, Markiplier with Joe McHale, big fan of Joe McHale, and Gotaga with Demetrius Johnson. Gotaga, very well-known Call of Duty player. Used to be a Call of Duty Pro player out in France. Looking forward to seeing him kill it. Makes sense that Ninja is the headline with Marshmello, as well as Myth with Paul George. These are two big names. I am a little sad that we're not going to get the Ninja Drake combination live and in person, but I think Marshmello, especially considering that Ninja's a fan, Ninja's gone to a concert with him, that's some pretty cool stuff. And if I'm being honest, man, this event's going to be massive. Honestly, this is just the first two groups. There are going to be 50 influencers, 50 celebrities. It's ridiculous. This is going to be something on a scale that we have not seen before. The hype levels are going to be unreal. I cannot wait. I can't wait to see who else is revealed as well. And again, I want to give a huge shout out to my boy Darkness. I have to give him a shout out because honestly, I remember he was getting pretty big on Twitch, and then he decided to make that move over to Facebook, and ever since then, it's been nothing but an upward trajectory for this guy. He has continued to just break the boundaries of what a streamer on Facebook can do, along with Stone Mountain. It is so sick to see that love kind of being spread around. And honestly, I hope that I hope that Epic actually invite like maybe 1 or 2 Mixer broadcasters out as well. Give those guys some love because they're all pretty good, like Jared FPS and Split the Wig. They're like some pretty darn good Fortnite players. So I would hope to see those guys involved as well. I remember when I hosted at Gamers Outreach, Gamers for Giving this year, it was the Mixer guys who actually won a majority of the PUBG tournament goodness and won a lot of money for charity. So, you know, huge shout out to the Mixer community. I want to see that happen. Speaking of Mixer, they just celebrated their 1 year. So congratulations to them as well. But like I said, I hope that we get to see that kind of change where it's not just Twitch people, it's not just YouTube people. Now we're starting to see Facebook people, and then hopefully we get to see some Mixer folks thrown in there as well. So I want to know what you guys think. Sound off in the comment section down below. Are you excited? Who do you want to see? What streamers, what content creators, what celebrities do you want to see in the Fortnite ProAM? I want to see my boy CD Ender 3rd. If he's not there, which I'm pretty sure he will be, I'm going to be very, very frustrated if he's not there. Just throwing it out there. He should be there, but if he's not there, hands will be thrown. So Epic, if you're listening, get your boy Squeeze. Seriously, get the squeeze. So our next thing that we get to talk about, so Razer just announced that they are releasing a new fight stick for Dragon Ball Fighters or Fighter Z. I don't know what it's supposed to go by. I've been calling it Fighter Z forever, but apparently it's Dragon Ball Fighters. So, you know, whatever floats your boat. Maybe it's a tomato situation. I have no idea. But they just released this trailer, and it is as ridiculous as you could possibly imagine. Let's check it out. Okay, here we go. Let's see. What in the hell? What are these outfits? Yo, your boy needs to go out and get a tan. I feel... Okay, hold on. Hold on. I gotta go back here real quick. I just want everyone to know. I just want everyone to know that there's an individual who was paid to do this. It's a person on the side of the camera, because, you know, TV magic. There's a person on the side of the camera who was paid to whack the tail of Frieza on the fight stick and just... Oh my god, that's insane. They're so into it, man. It's like when you wear white paint, it doesn't do yourself any favors for your teeth. So the Razer Panthera Dragon Ball Fighter Z fight stick. Oh my god, that is just some. Oh, that is just. That is great, dude. I can't even with that. That is just such a. I can't even. That's such an absurd trailer. All right, so this is it right here. This is the fight stick. Pretty nice, honestly. The animation, the artwork of Dragon Ball Fighters, Fighter Z, Fighters, whatever, just mind-blowing stuff. I see they also kind of got that more secure cable for the fight stick. That oftentimes can be an issue, especially if you're like tugging away or you wrap the cable around your fight stick. You always want that part that connects from the cable to the fight stick to be nice and straight, so that this way you don't get that wear and tear like you would with like the old Xbox 360 controllers, where you would, like, you know, take the cord around your controller. I don't think I have one here, but you take the cord around the controller and it kind of bends it a little bit. So that's actually kind of cool here. I also like too that the buttons are the 7 Dragon Balls. Feel bad though for the 8th button. They should have done something here at the very least. They should have like maybe, I don't know, maybe put like Shenron's face there, or maybe put like the Goku's like you know, the turtle style symbol, or the Kai symbol. That would have been pretty cool. But overall though, this is definitely pretty dope. So yeah, and let's see how much is this? I mean, this thing's pretty dope. Look at this. Oh man, that is some cool stuff. See the innards, see the comfy innards. So I don't have a price here. I would like to see a price. I think that is the most important thing, I would imagine. Let's click buy now. Okay, so it's $219.99. So $220, free shipping. You get a razorstore.com. Cool stuff, honestly. Oh snap! You can also hit your boys up at Affirm for monthly payments on orders over $250. So you want to be like, you could be like at the event. You know, you could be at like Combo Breaker or something like that, and then your boy comes up to you and he kicks your fight stick, and you're like, yo son, I'm financing this, calm down, like don't kick my fight stick, like I'm just your boy's just over here trying to pay his bills, Like you could set up payments for your fight stick. Like, it's crazy. You're like, you get a job at like Target or Starbucks or something like that. And then you're like, what are you working for, Charlie? Well, you know, just trying to pay off my fight stick. Like, that's just crazy. I mean, I'm glad to see that's a thing, because not everyone can afford $220, you know, right out the gate. But, you know, you can finance fight sticks, you can finance sneakers. My boy Doa from the Overwatch League, he financed, just for the fun of it, he financed, I think it was like a pair of Ultra Boosts or something like that. He just did it just to do it. He didn't even like, he was like, oh, I saw I had the option of finance, so like, let me go ahead and do that, you know. And I just think that's just absolutely hilarious. And then the last thing I want to talk about is about Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 has been causing a lot of controversy out there, you know, because there's a woman on the cover, and people are saying it's not historically accurate. Women did fight in World War II. You know, it wasn't, I mean, obviously millions of men fought in that war, but there was like, I think somewhere along the lines of like 350,000 women, a lot of women in the Russian army as well, the Soviet Russian army. So, you know, obviously there were people who fought in this war. And one of the things that I think a lot of people kind of fail to realize is that at the end of the day, Battlefield, while it pays homage to the history and it does all those things, it's very much a game about having fun and playing multiplayer and fragging dudes with your buddies. So as of right now, there's just been a lot of controversy about the game. It looks cartoony. It looks you know, maybe just a little rough around the edges. You know, you saw that lady, she had a prosthetic arm there. There were some things that they talked about in the trailer, or that they showed in the trailer, I should say. Like, for example, you saw the guy, he was actually like waving his hand out, because you have to like ask for it now. But then, you know, homeboy jumps out a window, which is, again, you could do this very much so in Battlefield 1, right? But I guess because the trailer was just so different from what we're used to seeing with Battlefield, I think it just caught a lot of people off guard. But essentially, the thing that EA is always pushing is that this game is just all-out warfare. Like, that's what they always want. Even when they had the behemoths, and these things were just massive things that were like just falling in the middle of battle to create these like only in Battlefield moments. And I think that was kind of like the vibe that they were trying to get with this trailer. But because the trailer was so different from what they've done in the past, bear in mind, the guy who did the trailers for EA beforehand left the company, so now we're getting this like different style of trailer. And you know, as you can see, right, like, it's intense, it's supposed to be kind of like action movie-esque, right? Takes a grenade, throws it in the air, happens to destroy an airplane, right? Just so happens. What are the chances? Spamming the LMG, just going for the crazy shots. And you know, granted, if I ever played like this when I was playing Battlefield, I would be like, I mean, I think my channel will be like 10 times popular. Honestly, it would look pretty damn sick. But, you know, again, it's just one of those things. I think this was also another moment that people were just like, really? Like, you know, the guys that coming in, it's like super intense. And then, oh, here she comes with a cricket bat, and just whacks him. And then you see her prosthetic arm in all of her glory. I mean, we could like go back to and look at this here. I mean, I think this is the thing that like aggravated a lot of people. You know, she has like the blue face paint, she has a prosthetic arm, she has the cricket paddle with the chain and the nails on it, and then of course you see like this FAW like game HUD, and it gives you an idea of what they're shooting for. It looks exactly like Battlefield 1, just limited ammo, limited information, I should say. So it's like limited on the ammo and what it's showing you and whatnot. My thoughts on it, I mean, I'm excited for the game, because I personally, you know, I like that kind of stuff. I like the intensity and the speed and the craziness. Like, that's the thing that just always attracted me to Battlefield. Historical accuracy be damned, I honestly couldn't care less. But I know that there are a lot of people out there. There are a lot of people who are historical buffs. Like, I remember when Battlefield 1 came out, there were a lot of people, the community kind of took it in this direction of really praising you know, the soldiers who fought in the Great War, and there was just a lot of discussion that the community generated around that. But for DICE, it was about making a fun game. It was about making a game that people can play and enjoy and you know, play with their buddies and do some ridiculous things in. And historical accuracy was kind of sort of forgotten about in Battlefield 1, because I don't know if a lot of people like know this, but I don't think you really had red dots and scopes aplenty during the Great War. Like, I'm fairly certain like that was still experimental tech. And again, not a historical buff, not an expert, but I think it's safe to say that you really didn't have red dots back in the day. You had like versions of them, but they weren't widely made available to a lot of the soldiers. You do things for gameplay. You just make it fun and exciting for gameplay. That, you know, that's just how I feel. Well, I'm not alone in that assessment. Oscar Gabrielson, who's the general manager over at DICE, actually went to Twitter and decided to publicly address the controversies that people are having with Battlefield 5. So he first starts off by saying, it's been 2 days since the reveal of Battlefield 5, so I wanted to share some thoughts on the reaction so far. It sure seems we create a lot of excitement and also some questions on a lot of different topics. First, let me be clear about one thing. Player choice and female playable characters are here to stay. He then goes on to say, we want Battlefield 5 to represent all those who were a part of the greatest drama in human history and give players choice to choose and customize the characters they play with. Our commitment as a studio is to do everything we can to create games that are inclusive and diverse. We always set out to push boundaries and deliver unexpected experiences, but above all, our games must be fun. The Battlefield sandbox has always been about playing the way you want, like attempting to fit 3 players on a galloping horse or flamethrowers with BF5. You will also get a chance to play as who you want. This is hashtag everyone's Battlefield. And then he goes on, he talks about this recent video with Jack Frags, which again, 100% that I suggest you check it out. I'm actually going to link it down below, where he actually talks to Daniel Berlin, the guy who is the design director for Battlefield 5. Check it out 100%. Once again, I'm going to put that in the description below so you guys can watch it. But there's a lot of cool stuff, honestly, that's happening with Battlefield 5, and I'm excited for the game. They're going in a much more hardcore direction. Apparently, like, you can tow truck vehicles. You saw it in the trailer. Like I said before, you have to ask to be revived. Everything is done based off of a player's reaction. There is no healing, like automatic healing. If you want to heal, you need to go to a medic, and then you need that medic to drop a med pack, and then from there, you pick up the med pack, and then you take the med pack. And what I think is very interesting about this, and I don't think a lot of people are really talking about it, because Battlefield in the past has kind of just done everything automatically. Someone would throw down a med kit, and then you just stand around it, and then you're getting AoE healing, right? Kind of like the way Lucio heals people in Overwatch. It was done literally the same way in World War I, you know, with Battlefield 1, which I'm almost certain that's just not how healing works. Everything requires an action. And I think that also plays into the current climate of the games that we are playing right now. BR games are freaking huge. And in Battle Royale games, you have to do the action. You want to heal, you have to have a med kit. You want to get bandages, you want to heal 15 health on Fortnite, you have to have bandages. You want to heal 100%, you have to have a med kit. You want to get shields, you have to have a shield potion. Like, there's no one that's actually giving this to you. You have to find those things yourself. And I think now that players have gotten used to performing the actions on their own, is actually going to change the way that Battlefield is played. And honestly, I'm really excited. One of the things that Dan Berlin mentioned immediately with that interview with Jack Frags was that they simply don't want it to be a spawn, run, die, spawn, maybe get a kill, run, die, spawn, kill, run, die. Like, they don't want that experience. They want you to think about every choice that you're making. And that honestly sounds really exciting to me. At EA Play, we're going to find out more information regarding the game. We're going to find out if we're going to have, like, how the multiplayer is really actually going to function. Like, that's what we're going to find out. How the multiplayer is going to be, and how does it play? Is it fun? Is it as fun as we're hoping it's going to be? That's going to be very important information, and I'm really looking forward to it. EA Play is just around the corner. But I want to know what you guys think. How do you feel about Battlefield 5? Do you agree with DICE's vision? Do you agree that there's a woman on the cover? Oh my God. Do you agree with the prosthetic arms? What don't you agree with as well? Like, let me know in the comments section down below. Let's have a conversation about it rather than it just kind of feeling like it's a shouting contest. I get it. We live in a time where everything's controversial and anything you say can be misconstrued. Anything you do can be misinterpreted. And to be honest, it's like one of my fears. Even when I started, you know, I'm starting to like get back into making these videos again. Like, I'm genuinely afraid that someone's going to take some of the words that I'm saying and then take them out of context. Right? I'm worried about that because I try my best to just be an inclusive, positive individual. And that's who I am. That's the kind of person I am. And I try and project that out there for everyone that I work with, everyone that I meet, all the fans that I meet, all the people that I talk to. That's just the vibe that I like to give off. But sometimes, man, people are out there to just destroy you. They're out there to, or to just be angry about something. And that's kind of like what we're seeing happen with this Total Biscuit situation after his passing, as well as this Battlefield 5 situation. People are just angry and they're just, I don't know, I feel like everything's just so misguided and misdirected. There's a sometimes, you know, like, I guess the phrase "there's a time and a place," I guess, is appropriate. And hey, you can not like the trailer. That's completely fine as well. If you don't like the trailer for Battlefield 5, I don't argue with you on that, because that trailer definitely rubbed some people the wrong way. I love the Battlefield 1 trailer. One of my favorite trailers that I've ever seen for a video game ever. But then you look at the Battlefield 5 trailer, a little bit more Michael Bay-like. Am I feeling it? Not really. But am I bothered that there's women in the game? Am I bothered that the woman has a prosthetic arm? Like, no, I don't freaking care. If the game's fun, whatever. I'm gonna have fun with it. That's my take, but I want to hear yours in the comment section down below. So that's gonna do it for me. If you happen to enjoy this video, once again, you can give it a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. You gotta hit that little bell. Ding! When you hit that bell, you're good to go. Be like your boy DJ Khaled. Hit me with
another one.
Exactly. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. I'm Golden Boy. See you later. Peace.